What's up, everybody? I go by the name. What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. This is a topic that I've been thinking about for a while now. I was thinking about hip hop, which I'm very well versed in the creation of it, the distribution of it, the business of it, and the outcome and the influence that it has on the youth, the influence that it has on the middle age, the children, and the adults. And it's a difference between some youth and children, between being adolescent, between being a teenager and young people. And I was just thinking about these two guys right here who I know, both of them. And when they made their project called The Lobby Boys, I seen a lot of pushback from it, on social media and different people saying, the Lobby Boys. I heard Maino arguing with, I believe it was Snow Billy on Clubhouse one time, talking about the Lobby Boys and what lobby you in and all that. And they're both accused, Jim Jones and Maino is accused of misleading the youth and sending the youth down the wrong path. Short answer, do Maino and Jim Jones mislead the youth? I would say no. Reason why is the youth don't listen to us older guys anymore. Maino being 51, Jim is probably up there. Jim might be like 49, 48, knocking on 50 door. The youth don't listen to guys that old. We can't make them do anything anymore. The youth are not impressed by us. And it's not like they are two top selling artists. They're known, they're popular, they do their numbers, but it ain't like they're all over the TV, they're all over the internet, they're doing anything. I mean, Maino has a young son, salute to his young king. Jim Jones has a young son, salute to his young king. They're more likely to follow what their sons do than their sons follow them. Their sons might follow them in business and want you to be successful, but as far as the way you dress, the way you walk, the way you talk, we get that from the little dudes. The little dudes are hip to the new slang and the new outfits and the new sneakers and all that, like misleading them to do what? Jim Jones falsely gets accused of bringing, his political ties on the street to New York City, which existed before he was there. He might have been the poster boy for something like that, but that was over 20 years ago when he was still young. Nowadays, it's beyond him. It's commercialized through various artists, through various coasts, through various things. Jim Jones might be known for something in New York, but he's not the poster boy for that. Maino completely changed his life, in my opinion, because I know Maino truthfully for smacking the shit out of people. When he didn't get the answers that he wanted, that's what he would do. He since then changed so much and matured so much. And the funny thing about how we treat people, we don't allow them to grow. Who they were, we just see them as that. When they grow and mature and be different. Now, has both of these men made mistakes? Of course they have, because we all make mistakes. Are they going to make more mistakes? Yeah, they are, because that's what's called being a human is. That's what's called being a functioning person in society. But I've never seen Maino say, hey, little dudes, do this, do that. Maino did 10 years in prison. I never seen Jim Jones say do this or do that. It's just what they do. And a lot of things that we remember them doing, they don't even do that no more. They're not even in that same mind state. When I see Jim Jones, I always look at him, say he a hustler. He hustling. He trying to get a new bag, trying to get a new situation, working out. He works out every day. So if the youth is going to take anything from Jim Jones, why wouldn't they take the fact that he work out every day, he stays relevant, he makes music, he dressed the way he want to dress, and he has, nice jewelry, nice cars. Why wouldn't the youth take that? Why would you think they're going to take the bad thing from him? And if you put it on the scales, he has more good things about him than he has bad. Now, Maino, like I said, he's from BC, from Bed-Stuy, so I know who he is. Maino's reputation doesn't really precede him. Like, he's not even that type of person anymore because he changed and matured. Why? Because when you come into this industry, you believe that you have to be a certain way. You know, we see certain people and we like, oh, I want to follow that mantra. The way they did things, I want to do it like that. So you come in thinking that this is what I got to do to get on. Once he realized this is not what he got to do and it ain't going to work, I can say that he chilled out and he stopped. Maino is very, very calm, very, very docile now. You can hold a conversation with him, not like you couldn't before, but he changed a lot. Jim has even changed a lot. You see Jim very, very calm and relaxed in interviews. Like when guys grow and mature, why they don't get no props or credit? Because we still look at them for what they was. But again, if we look at no comparison, but let's be honest, if we look at Malcolm like Detroit Red, he'd never be Malcolm. We have to give people room to grow. I don't think they're misleading the youth. I don't think they have a big impact on the youth like that. I don't think the youth look and say, hey, Maino is doing this, so I want to do this. Jim is doing this, so I want to do this. What I know about little dudes, because I got a lot of little cousins, they don't care what we doing. They got their own wave, their own movement, their own slang, the way they do stuff ain't got nothing to do with us. I be trying to talk to the little dudes and say, follow us more. What do we say about the young dudes? They don't listen, right? They got their own way of handling things. They got their own way of how they move, the way they walk, the way they talk, the way they dress is nothing like us. They do not follow us when it comes to nothing. If anything, I think some of the older guys is more influenced by the younger guys and the younger guys be influenced by the older guys. That's just the truth. Like when I be seeing them with certain sneakers and certain colorways and all that, I don't know nothing about that. They're going to be in the sneaker stores. They're going to know when certain Jordans drop. They're going to know about new pants and new shirts and this is what we wearing now and all that. We don't, when you get a certain age, I don't care how outside you are, you don't know. The slang, do you hear the slang that they're using now? They're using slang that didn't mean what it meant when we was using it. Now it means something completely different. That don't come from Jim Jones or Maino. That come from little dudes being influenced by each other. Now, you have dudes like Academics, Kai Sanat. Some of the streamers have more influence over the youth than Maino and Jim Jones. So it's kind of unfair for them two to get the bad rap and say they're misleading the youth. Like, Maino is not even the same guy he was with his attitude and persona. Again, the problem that we have is when we see a lot of guys grow, mature, although we all have maturing to do, no matter how old you are, you still have maturing to do. You learn something new every day. But when it's looked and said, oh, they 50 years old in the club, they're rappers. They're supposed to be in the club. If you're 50 years old in the club rapping, then you're doing your job. You're supposed to be on stage. I don't care if you're 52, 53, 60. As long as you're in demand, grab that steel with the crown on top and go do your job. Maino, extensive catalog, great records. Jim Jones, extensive catalog, great records. But every time you see them, if they're in their element, shooting videos in the club, they might be getting walkthroughs. See, sometimes the average person to say, what are you doing in the club? He might have got $5,000 to go hang in the club to make the club look good for 2 hours. You not taking 5 racks? Y'all don't know what a walkthrough is? Y'all don't know what comp bottles is? You don't know what comp passes is? You get money doing this stuff. They give you money sometimes to throw on the dancers, to make the club look good, to take footage that's going to help the club, help you, your record label, give you money sometimes. It's a lot that people don't know about the music business. So it's easy to perceive something and think you know something and say something off of what you think, not what you know. What you think, not what you know. Because many people have never been in the music business. This is a business. How you think these men feed their family? They don't feed their family by putting packs in the hood. They don't feed their family by telling little dudes, hey, do this and do that. That's not how they feed their family. They put out records. So when we're going to start policing what people name their group. When we're going to start policing what people rap about, then we got to police the industry. We got to police everybody and everything. I've seen Maino give out turkeys. I've seen Maino give out book bags. I've seen Jim Jones give out food in the hood. What do you want people to do? What do you want? I sometimes, because again, I grew to like Jim Jones and Maino as people. We all assholes. Maino from Brooklyn, so I understand his temperament. Jim Jones is like an unofficial Brooklyn dude, so I understand their temperament with a lot. Where we come from, we not used to men playing with us a certain way or talking to us a certain way. That always came with a consequence of you getting blood put in your mouth. For the most part, this how them two have carried it throughout their career. But I see the tolerance level go up. It's always been a zero tolerance policy. So let them do their thing, man. You got so many people that have more influence over the youth. If we're gonna say who has the biggest influence over the youth, we're not gonna say it's Maino and Jim Jones. And if you see a man working out all the time, a man getting fly, a man, putting his outfits together, or a man with beautiful women, that's what I would be influenced by if I was the youth. I'd be like, shit, I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to get a dope car. I'm trying to get some outfits. I'm trying to get some women. I'm trying to sell some records and go to the studio. Why don't that get extracted from them? Why do we go straight to the negativity of, oh, he did this? Yo, we all, once upon a time, did the dumbest things we could do. But many of us grew and evolved. Why we can't give them room to grow and evolve into the people that they are now. Jim Jones' tolerance level, I know that he has zero tolerance. I know Maino got zero tolerance. But look at how they more people persons now. Ain't got nothing to do with humility either, because they been, doing their thing. But it got something to do, they grown ass men. They not going to react the same way they used to. Thankfully for society. Maino came out of prison, did 10 years in prison. He not even the predicate. He ain't even supposed to be out here. So where's the credit at for a dude changing his life around? Like, I hate to see it, man. I hate to see many of our people try and we don't even support their efforts. But when they're idiots, we'll point out they're an idiot. But when they do something good, we turn our head and act like they didn't do that. And then encourage it. I like Jim Jones workouts. I like when I used to see Fab, Jim Jones, Maino, Dave East meeting, going to the gym. I'm like, damn, what gym they in? I want to pull up. Because at once upon a time, them guys didn't get along. If you know, you know. Everybody did not get along. So when I seen Fab and Jim and Maino and Dave East, they going to the gym, they working out. I'm like, yo, they starting something. They didn't get no support for that. Nobody reported that. Nobody said, yo, they getting their health together. Yo, they doing their thing. When they was ranking on each other, that's camaraderie. That's brotherhood. That's needed. But that don't get spoken about. We only find all the bad things to magnify about them. Maybe I'm a little biased because I know them. If you want to say I'm biased, you could say that. You could say I got an affinity for Maine and Jim because, like I said, they good dudes. You know what I'm saying? Always did right by me. But I know their growth, and I got to commend the growth. I have to commend when I see dudes putting in the effort to be a better person. I'm not going to hold them to who he was 20 years ago, 25 years ago, because if we're going to go by them standards, we all are POSs, pieces of shit. That's Doggie Diamonds, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. You don't have to agree with anything I said, but if anything I said resonated with you, I need you to leave me a comment. I need you to do all of that. This is Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds, the rundown. Make sure you leave a comment below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share this too. And let me know what you think. It's very, very important what you think, because you might be one of the people who feels like they XYZ. So what I'm gonna need you to do, if I said anything that resonated with you and changed the way you thought, I need you to leave me a comment below. Until next time, peace.